Let's get straight to the point. Marketing and sales alignment. We know that when these two teams can work together, they can create a superpower. Research shows that if the two teams are completely aligned, then your marketing generated revenue can soar above 200%. Yet, in most organizations, both these teams are actually working in silos, or worse, competing against each other. So if you're someone who's working in sales or marketing or a leader that is trying to bring both these teams together and achieve sustainable growth, then this is the video for you. Let's get to it. Before we get to how to align the sales and marketing teams, let's understand why they are misaligned in the first place and how this misalignment actually looks. Picture this situation. You work in marketing and you go up to your sales team and ask them this question. Hey, marketing generated over 1,000 leads last month, yet we don't see any revenue being generated from them. What are you doing with these leads? To which the sales team replies, yeah, we know that you sent 1,000 leads, but none of them are qualified. None of them match our buyer persona, they aren't currently in market, and they probably don't even have use for our tool. So what kind of leads are you generating? This is a very common occurrence in different companies, whether it's a small or medium-sized enterprise or a large-scale multinational company. Marketing is often trying to generate leads from events, conferences, networking, and social media platforms. Yet, if these leads do not have the right level of qualification, then they aren't really adding much value to the sales team. And if this is the case, then the sales team ends up doing a lot of prospecting themselves instead of getting a consistent pipeline of leads from the marketing team. So how can you avoid this situation in your company and align both your sales and marketing teams? The first key step to alignment is creating your ICP or ideal customer profile together between the marketing and the sales team. In a lot of companies, I've noticed that it's just the marketing team that is creating this ICP. Yet, this is not the right approach because the salespeople are the one who are actually going out and talking to leads, prospects, making those cold calls, and as such have a clear understanding of who are the people in market and looking to buy. So when you're defining your ICP and buyer persona, it is absolutely essential that members from both teams are working together in creating this ICP. The marketing team can analyze the database to understand what are the common themes and patterns that exist in the demographics, firmographics, and technographics of the existing customers. The sales team members can add insights into what kind of pain points are really being tackled by the product you're selling. By involving both teams in this process of creating the ICP, the marketing team can then create sales enablement content that is specifically targeted for these leads and prospects. It can zero in on the value proposition of the tool clearly for the prospects that we are reaching out to. This helps in creating more hyper-specific content and targeted campaigns that can be used by both these teams to optimize the outreach. This also applies while creating the buyer persona. Once you've identified your target accounts, you still want to reach out to the right person in this company. A common misalignment can happen when the end user and the decision maker of your product is different. In this case, perhaps the marketing team is creating content for the end user, such as creating more guides or creating more white papers, whereas the salespeople are actually having more conversations with the decision maker who may not have such technical in-depth knowledge. When the two teams are aligned, they can target the right profile and create content and strategies targeted specifically for them, thus increasing your chances of conversion. Once you've created an ICP and buyer persona by aligning both these teams, the next thing you want to focus on is lead scoring. Because marketing needs to know how the leads that they send over to sales are actually performing. For example, after the sales follow-up, what was the interest shown by the prospect? Did they move ahead to the next step of the sales process? Did they take a demo, or did they involve other people from their company into the sales process? These kind of insights are really important and should be incorporated into a specific lead scoring algorithm. Too often, marketing teams create a lead scoring system simply based off of the marketing related activities. For example, they'll assign some points if a prospect was to open a white paper, or if the prospect was to engage with a social media post or attend a webinar. But this lead scoring system must also include aspects on the sales side of things. Did the sales team have a successful follow-up? Was the sales team able to do a demonstration of your product? Was this person interested in visiting the pricing page? These are the kind of aspects that marketing and sales need to incorporate into the lead scoring algorithm so that you know the quality of your leads is right on point. The next thing, which is one of the most important things that needs to be done to achieve the alignment of the two teams, is ensuring that they have the same tech stack and the same database which they access. Now, marketing is going to generate a lot of leads for sales, but you want that handover process to be as smooth as possible. And to ensure that, they need to have the same CRM. If your marketing CRM and sales CRM is different, then there are bound to be some leads that slip through the pipeline. Additionally, this is going to make it difficult for either team to see what's happening on the other end. When you use multiple CRMs, not only they have different interfaces, but also have completely different fields. The field mapping between the two is often never set, and this results in a lot of loss of key information and key data points that can be used in creating a lead scoring algorithm. Moreover, when you're using two different CRMs, it is not really easy to create shared reports across the two teams. If you have one report specifically for marketing and another report for sales, and both of these are in different CRMs, that is a root cause of the misalignment. You want to ensure that the marketing and sales process is seen as one seamless flow. You don't want the marketing team to think that, okay, we've created our leads and handed them over and that's where we're done. And you want the sales team to be involved in the process with the marketing teams in generating the leads. So audit your tools, ensure that both your marketing and sales teams have integrated systems and have access to the same database. Lastly, any alignment between marketing and sales team is a long-term journey, and thus it's important that both of them share feedback regularly and effectively. For example, the sales team should always have check-ins with the marketing team to tell them what are the new insights that they gained from their cold calls. Similarly, the marketing team should share data from their various ABM or cold email campaigns so that the sales team knows of what's happening in the industry. Having regular feedback loops will increase the quality of the leads being generated and smoothen the handover process from the marketing to the sales team. Moreover, the sales team is always talking to the prospects, so they will always know of what are the new pain points and challenges. It is important that they relay this information to the marketing team so the marketing team can create new, updated content tackling these problems and showing the value of your product against these problems. If not, the marketing team will always create content that is based on some old data, and now those problems might be outdated, but the content would be the same. Remember that alignment doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent communication and effort, you can change your marketing and sales teams into a revenue generating powerhouse. If you have any strategies that you've implemented in the past that have helped align these two teams, then drop them in the comments below, as I would love to have a look at them. And if you found this video useful, then hit that like button and subscribe to Surf's channel for more content coming your way. See you next time.